Now these are the roughed out rock sliders for the Jeep build. Got the angles cut, got the ends capped. Everything's just tack welded. Needs a final weld. Just like everything, I find I say that a lot. I need a final weld a lot. But a little while back I scrapped a fifth wheel trailer. These are a couple sections of the frame rails from that trailer. It's pretty thick metal, pretty decent. Wasn't super rusty inside, so it's still good metal. Needs a good paint job once it's done. Oh, here's my backyard cat that comes and helps me quite often. She doesn't have a name. Well, she doesn't seem to get along with anybody. So here's the rock sliders, mostly all the paint ground off of them. I got all the pieces tack welded together. We have to finish grinding and do final weld it all together nice and solid, and final grind, and then got to give them a paint job, well, as much as I can in order to get them installed, and then we finish the paint job once they're all installed. But yeah, this is what they're turning into. So I think I'm done welding them. At least I hope I'm done welding them. Some pretty thick welds going on here, but I don't know. Thicker is stronger, so just got to do a bunch of grinding. Get the grinding done, smooth it all up. See if there's any holes. Hopefully not too many holes. See? But yeah, it looks, should be strong. Dirty welds though. Yeah, very dirty welds. Unfortunately, I got the metal. Oh, it's a little bit dirty. It's not super dirty, but I don't know. As long as it's strong, right? It's welded both sides, so double strong. Side note on the rods I've been using, I don't know, these rods have been around for probably about 15 years, maybe 20 years. I think they gotten wet a few times. Plus, if you look really closely, can see that some of them have cracks in them. Come across it, they have cracks in them. They're old rods with cracks. Well, you can't always see the cracks, so you start welding away, and then pretty sure that's doing something to my welds. But they're E6011s, and honestly, they actually feel a little bit damp. So, but cheap and free, so I'm trying to use them up. I got a lot of them. I actually was able to burn through a whole bunch of them. You can see them all over the ground, but I actually burnt through a whole bunch of them. So all the welding is actually done, and yeah, I'll chip it off, I'll wire wheel it, and then I'll take another video. Hard to tell with such bad lighting. It's nighttime. I kept running out of paint, so all I have is white and black. But you can see I got some paint onto them. This is the bottom side, so the bottom side doesn't have to be perfect. Bottom side's going to get undercoating, really thick undercoating on the bottom side. So yeah, the welds are a little thicker on the bottom, but ground them off nice on the top, so the top edge is all nice and smooth. Top edge, good. Top edge all nice and smooth. It'll look nice. Ends are ground off. Bottom well's not completely ground off, but you know, it's a little tighter. Looks nice. A little rough on the bottom, but like I said, we're going to use undercoating on the bottom. And as you can see out here, everything is undercoated, protected from the elements. So once the rock slider is in place, we weld this all the way along to the top edge of the rock slider. In theory, once all the welding is done, it should be 99% sealed up. That's the plan. At this point here, we need to back drill all the little holes because we need to weld the sill bottom to the rock slider, which is going to take up this space out here. So every little spot weld that was previously welded to the bottom of the truck needs to be drilled out a little bigger so that we can add a nice plug of weld to each hole once the rock sliders fit in place. Rock sliders are starting to fit pretty nice now. The gap is pretty good, so we're going to grind that clean and weld it once I get this back gap flushed up pretty much underneath. You can see going straight back and forth across there, and then up there is the connecting piece, comes out to the bottom side of this side. As you can see, we got to go in a little bit more to pull that gap up and pull that piece tight there, and it should be nice and solid. This fit in flush to the back and across there, so it pulls it in nice and tight. You can see right there where the gap is really tight there. So far so good. Almost got it fitting well enough to weld it in solid.